A very warm welcome this September. Thanks for watching. I'm Deirdre Morgan, intuitive and clarity coach, popping in with some quick tips to navigate through September's double dip 8 energy field. Powerful, pow. This is an exciting month for you and for me, for us all. First, though, some housekeeping. I've had this suggestion that I record the pop-in first before the major Zoom talk so that people get the tips and the guidelines to work with the energy field for more than just a couple of weeks, which the mid-month schedule has given you. So here I am, a little bit late and a little bit earlier than I had planned, but my battery needed recharging and it took a bit longer for me to get charged back up. But I'm here and happy to be so. So let's get started. Just for your FYI, you know I pull a tarot card as the theme for the month, as the guidepost for the month. And while this card won't help you much, it's missing in my deck. It represents the hangman. And the hangman is also known as the pattern breaker. So we're being encouraged this month in order to claim our power and authority to break those patterns that are binding, restricting you, keeping you in your doubt, fear, lack mentality, to move into trust, love, and a belief in abundance. We have great opportunity here for us this month, so let's take advantage of it, okay? First of all, how did I get a double dip, and what's that mean? Double dip 8 frequency, remember, we're in 2024, which in numerology adds up to 8, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4. So we have an 8 universal playing field. When added to the 9 of the calendar month of September, we get a 17. And 17 is not a number recognized in numerology. So we add the 1 and 7 together, we get an 8 month. So we've got the 8 universal year and the 8 universal month, and it's Fisher Cup bait time. Okay, it's a double dip, always says double strength because we have the 2 8s, but it also says double urgency. Do or do not. I'm reminded of yoga, saying to Luke Skywalker, who's lifting the plane out of the march, do or do not. It's that time in our timeline. So let's get started. Let's just first, though, do a quick review for some of you who may be new or not familiar with everything I do. Let's start with a general meaning in numerology of the number 8. 8 represents power and authority. Now, power is that spark of divinity in each of us and all of us and everything that is creative and loving. Authority, from my point of view, means confidence, which comes from the value you place in yourself and your ideas. Always has been that way. Can't say it always will be. Things are changing too fast, but let's think so. It's the operational system, how we work and use our power and authority, how we believe in ourselves, that has shifted. So in these transformational times, we're now being asked, how are you using your power? How are you going to express it? And what we need to know is power used to be defined as control of the environment through fear and intimidation. So it was really based in that doubt, fear, lack mentality, imitation, top down hierarchical structure. Now, power, and you've heard me say this 1,000 times, is defined as feeling good with yourself. So you manifest on terms you're happy with. So it's really about the love, trust, joy mentality. It's a huge 180 degrees shift in how to use power and what power is to be used for and with. So it's some reset. And it's taken up a great deal of our time. And well, it should. But what's this reset involve? Well, step one in the reset of moving out of control and into feel good. Most of us this year have been dealing or healing our power issues that came from unmet needs and emotional wounds from them. So step one is releasing your negative, the negative emotional attachments to that event and to what happened to you, because the negative reaction keeps you in a low vibe place where it's very challenging to manifest anything. Step two then would be, as you looked back and saw the issues that have been sort of hounding you, seeing the strength and wisdom we gained in adversity. And that takes some time, and it takes a great deal of courage, to be sure. Step three, then, when we see our strength, when we see our wisdom, we're feeling stronger about ourselves, we are then able to see the good, the beauty in ourselves, which generates these feel-good emotions. That is our power source, and which allows us to step forward to play in that energy where we can create and manifest what we want. Reuniting with this power source is then complete. And I just fell in love with the word reunite. It means go back to unity or go back to oneness. And that is the ultimate journey of all these transformational work we're doing, is to experience the oneness within and the oneness we share with all. So know that everyone on some level or at some degree is in this power place with themselves. They have reunited with some or all the aspect of the new power position. It's exciting. Recognize it, acknowledge it in yourself. This must be done for you to move forward and live and use it. The question really becomes, drum roll please, are you ready to live on your own terms? Remember, power is feeling good with yourself, so you manifest and contribute on terms you're happy with. You can and you will, you can't help it if you've reclaimed by reunited, reconnecting in your power source. So the quick tips I'm giving you this month are to give us all a boost in stepping into our power, feeling more confident stepping into our power, and being more confident in expressing our power. So here go the tips. 1, is the story you tell yourself now about yourself true? Have you brought it up to date? Is it supportive of who you are, or you're still being the inner critic or the victim, feeling helpless and hopeless about things? Number 2, Do things you don't normally do. Remember, 8 is about thinking outside the box. It's about being powerful. It's about thinking bigger, thinking outside the box, taking risks, being bold, exciting stuff, which means you do it too. Do things you don't normally do outside your box, your comfort zone. Number 3 is keep only supportive people around you. People who are kind, people who are honest, and people who are supportive. We don't need the underminers, the belittlers, the naysayers. Does that mean there'll be relationships you may have to release? Sadly, yes. But if you want to move into being that being and living that being of full potential, it's a step, it's something that needs to be done. And you can do it in your own time frame always. Number 4 is give up your need to control. Remember, control of the environment through fear and intimidation is old format, old definition. And I will admit, it takes big courage because it's a big move to let go of needing to control, micromanage things. So ask yourself when you find yourself moving into controlling, my way of the highway, or I'm right. Ask yourself first, do I have to vote in this? Is this really mine to vote on? Because when we get that determined, and sometimes even that rigid in our outlook, in our actions, we need to look at what's really motivating the control. And control usually comes from the attachments we have, which are born of your fears and doubts. And it's usually generated by the need to protect, to feel safe in a world, because as yet, you don't feel safe in yourself. And yes, this can come from severe traumas experienced in childhood. And it's up to you now to claim that power to love and create. Is that more important than sitting stagnating and playing if only with yourself? Okay? You are your own protection. You are the only one feel safe in you. You couldn't as a child. We were all at the mercy of people around us, but you aren't now unless you choose to be. Number 5 is write a list of things that I'd like to change in my life. This is a very powerful, motivating, empowering process, because you can look at a list and say, yeah, I can do that. And I could start by doing this. And we use that good old left brain head linear rational process to back up our desires, what we need. Remember, lead with the heart, back up with smart. Another thing I'm quick tipping on is observe what's working in your life. Okay? So you can build on it. Observe what's not so. You can address it. You can decide whether to change it, fix it, or just simply let it go. But you're in charge. You're empowering yourself. And what I mean by that is you're taking your power back to you, in you. So, secret empowerment process going on. 7, stay in the present. When we stay in the present, we connect within. We connect to our heart, which is now the age we're living in. Heart consciousness, heart energy, cosmic energy field. If you do go to the past, and if only kicks in, make the time to say, yes, if only that hadn't happened, but I'm here now. Observe the strength you gained from adversity. You are stronger and wiser than you think. Now, what's important from all these suggestions? The eighth one is realize, take to heart, how you nurture yourself determines how you will play out your life. Tell a positive, upbeat story. Believe in it. Do things you love to do. What energizes you? Share what you have in common with people and what keeps, rather than what keeps you apart. And that way you'll relate to more people. You'll find people more interesting and create deeper, meaningful relationships, more satisfying. This is a wonderful month. Flip your story, shift the positive. It's so essential this month so that you can really start in November with a whole new syllabus and a whole new dynamic and direction in your life, because that's what we'll be asked to do. And that's a wrap for September. As always, take what resonates for you. Place it here. Act on it. Live it. Love living it. Practice that way. Power of love is infinite and it's magical. Give it a chance in your life. But remember, it's all about love. Everything else is incidental. And thanks again for watching. I'm looking forward to having you with me in October and coming full circle as we enter the 9 month of success and completion. And the 8 energy begins to dissolve, getting ready for the 9 university energy of 2025. Heart to heart, I love you. Be well. Thanks again.